Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Melissa. I've been an eBay reseller since 2017 and have recently branched out into Amazon and Poshmark. Just want to keep this video short and sweet, but just 10 things, I believe it's 10 things that I've learned from being a reseller in these last couple years. The first thing is it's a lot harder than people think. It's not all glitz and glamour. You go to the garage sales, Goodwills, estate sales, Goodwill bins, and you just find all these treasures, and then you post pictures and they sell and make you hundreds of dollars in profit. You have to dig and find these treasures, and sometimes you go out for hours and you find one or two things or maybe nothing. And for me, I go to the Goodwill bins and dig once a week, take my medical gloves and dig through nasty bins that sometimes they're soggy, wet, you don't know what has been in there. But I do find some treasures, and I also do find a lot of just bread and butter that brings me $15, $20 profit and keeps my store going. So that is a big thing that people just think, oh, they're lucky or they just have better things around them. No, every reseller that is making it out there is putting in a tremendous amount of work and hours doing these things. And then once you find the treasures, you have to come home, take the photos, measure, wash them. Like, there's so much work into it. But hey, if you don't want the 9 to 5, it is so much better working for yourself. Second thing that I've recently been doing the last couple months is making goals for yourself. And I've been posting them actually on Instagram because it holds me more accountable. So I'll write them, post a picture, and then at the end of the month, I'll do all my numbers, and it may be a profit margin, it may be an active listing goal that I'm going for, and I'll write that underneath in a different color, and then I'll post them, which is super helpful for me and hopefully motivational for you knowing you can do this. Thirdly is taking time to learn, watching YouTube videos, anything you can read on articles, just reaching out to people and asking questions. Most resellers are all about helping each other. There are some that, they don't want to help. They just want to do their thing, which is okay. But definitely taking that time to ask questions, get involved in the community, helping others will make you grow so much faster. Also, you don't have to use the knowledge. Like, just here's an example. You don't have to say this seller tells you to do something or what they do with their business. You don't have to implement that into your business. You just put it in your piggy bank of knowledge. So, for example, I had an item that I could not get to sell. I relisted, took new pictures, all this stuff. I had 3 watchers. Finally saw someone, I don't remember who it was, but they took off the best offer, which I had on a lot of my listings, which I've currently taken off, because people weren't sending me offers. So took off the best offer, and then it popped up on the new eBay update where you can send private messages or private offers. And so all I did was offer $1 lower, and the person accepted, paid, and the item's gone. But it's been in my store for months. So it's not like you have to implement any of these, but it's good just to have all this knowledge that people do with their business so that if needed, you could try these little tricks here and there just to maybe get rid of some inventory, or just pass it on to others if you are all about helping others and getting people to learn new things, or they're interested in what you do. So, just little tweaks that hopefully you can find helpful just by watching videos. And it's not like you have to sit and watch hours and hours of videos. It's just here and there. Even going on Instagram, people are always in their stories and post just little tidbits on labels that you're unsure of, the difference between like a factory and like J. Crew Factory and J. Crew that has those two little like diamonds or dots. Like just those little tidbits are super helpful to people that are just starting out trying to build their business. A thing that I just recently got to experience yesterday was pay people to do other things so that you can build your business. I hired a maid and she cleaned my toilets yesterday. It's not going to be a huge expense. If you can't afford this right now, don't do this stuff. It's just things that I've learned that is taking up my time that I could devote to my business. And she's going to come in once a month, clean my toilets, a few other things. I'm going to keep it at a minimum of 2 hours. And so I know how much I'm spending on her. But yesterday I got to share my closet on Poshmark, answered questions on eBay, and just do other things in the business that I needed to do instead of cleaning toilets. Another thing is don't dwell like on the one negative feedback that you get. You can always call eBay, you can respond to the seller, or they do have like that automated thing if they do make like a false claim or abuse the return case or something. There's a couple things that you can just submit and send it back, and eBay will look it over. But just don't dwell on those. I know they stink to have on your account, but for most people, they don't really look, or at least I don't. When I'm buying stuff from somebody, I'm not like, oh my gosh, they have 2 negative feedbacks. Like, you have to consider everything. Some people just get mad over stuff. Like, I just got one, and the seller said that I wrote the wrong size. So then I went to my pictures, because I always take pictures of my tags now, and it said large, the title said large, the description says large, and so I just filed a false claim because the sweater is a large. So, I mean, there's nothing you can do. We'll see what eBay says, and we move on. A big thing is take note of your mistakes and take the time to fix them so they don't cost you money in the long run. I am currently redoing like 6 tubs of clothing because I didn't take good pictures, I didn't measure, I didn't do good descriptions, I didn't try to find stock photos, a bunch of things. So I'm currently redoing that, and it's costing me money because I could be listing new items instead, but it's something I got to do, and I'm going to do it so that those items sell. Kind of covered this one. Just help others if they have questions or just want to know, like, hey, how do you run your store? Would you mind sharing your numbers? Like little things like that. I don't feel like people are trying to pry. They're just trying to see if this business or the reselling world would work for them, which for me, for a long time, I didn't think it was for me. I was just trying to clean out my closet, but the more that I get into it, I really enjoy it. And if you don't want to help or anything, just say that you, like, still be kind. Like, there's no reason to be rude to people about you keep your numbers private or anything like that. Just tell them, hey, just be kind. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Another thing is don't compare. Excuse me. Don't compare your situation to another's. Some people have been reselling for over 10 years. So don't come in and think, oh, I'm not making $90,000 on eBay like this person. You may not. You may be part-time. They may be full-time. They may have employees. You live in a different location, so you don't have as many places to source. They may source 20 hours a week, and you may only have one night a week to source. I only source every Saturday for 3 hours because that's when my husband's home and I have time to just go without my 2 little ones because they don't do well staying in the car while I look for clothes for 3 hours. So just learn the best that you can and apply that knowledge, and know that you may not get the results of this other person or the people that you're following, but you can attain those goals. You just have to push yourself and know that this reselling world does not happen overnight. It takes a long time. And then the last thing is just make it fun. Enjoy going out looking for treasures. Don't make it stressful. If you have an off day, it's not a big deal, because you have a lot of off days. Do you have off days at work, like in the 9 to 5, like a bunch, but you continually go back the next day? So make it fun. Find things that you enjoy to list, so it's not so dreadful trying to post those things when you have a big death pile. And just know that you can do it. Anybody can be a reseller. You just gotta have the mindset, the attitude, and be able to stay consistent. So thanks guys for watching this little video. Hope it helps, and we'll see you out there.